Now we have this question where one angle's measurement is given to us, that is 50 degrees, and we have to find the remaining angles, that is the remaining 7 angles. So let us start. As we can see over here, if angle 1 is equal to 50 degrees, angle 3 is also going to be 50. Reason being 1 and 3 are forming vertically opposite angles, as we can check that this line, straight line, is intersected by another straight line. So 1 and 3 are forming vertically opposite angles. So we can say that angle 1 will be equal to angle 3. Also 1 is forming the corresponding angle for angle 5. So we can say that corresponding angles are equal as per the property. Angle 1 will be equal to angle 5, giving us 50 degrees. Now again 5 and 7 are vertically opposite to each other. That gives us that 7 is also going to be equal to 50 degrees. So that means we have already found the 4 angles out of the 8 angles. So let us write that down first and then we will continue. So as per the first one, I told you angle 1 is going to be angle 3. They are going to be equal. Reason, they are forming vertically opposite angles. So you can write over here angle 3 equal to angle 50 degrees. This is one unknown angle found. Next we have angle 1 equal to angle 5. Reason, the corresponding angles of the parallel lines are always equal to each other. So you can write they form the corresponding angles, and definitely as we studied the property, they are going to be equal. So we can write over here angle 5 equal to 50 degrees. Similarly, hence the next angle 7 is also going to be equal to angle 5. The similar reason, that will be vertically opposite. So we write angle 7 equal to 50 degrees. Now we have found the 3 unknown angles already. We are left with 4 yet. Now let us start for talking about 2. Angle 2 and angle 1 are forming the linear pair. They are adjacent to each other as well as they are forming a linear pair. Reason being, if you add up them together, they form a straight line. So that means 1 and 2 are forming linear pair. We can write over here that angle 1 plus angle 2 are going to give you 180, and the reason being they form a linear pair. So now you can find out the measurement for angle 2. That would be 180 minus angle 1, that was 50. So we get this as 1, 0, and here we get 8 minus 5 as 3. So you get angle 2's measurement as 130 degrees. That means I have found my another angle as 130. Again we are going to start the same procedure. We can check that angle 2 and angle 4 are forming the vertically opposite angles. So we can write over here angle 2 equal to angle 4. Reason being vertically opposite. So we will put the value of 4 also as 130 degrees. Now we have found 2 more angles. We can still find out that angle 2 and angle 6 are forming the corresponding angles, right? That means angle 2 will be equal to angle 6, as we have studied that corresponding angles are equal to each other. So we can write over here angle 2 equal to angle 6. Reason, the corresponding angles, and when the corresponding angles are there, they are always equal to each other. So we have written down angle 6 also equal to 130 degrees, and that leaves us with angle 8. And because angle 8 is vertically opposite to angle 6, it is also going to be equal to the same measurement, that is 130 degrees. So we have got angle 8 also as 130, reason being vertically opposite. Now you can check over here the 7 unknown angles to be found. Are they done or not? We can check from the first one. The angle 1 was already given to us. We have found angle 2. 3 is done. 4th we have found. 5th is done. 6th is here. 7th and the 8th one is done at the last. So that means out of all the 7 unknown angles, we have found all the 7. So that leaves us with the required solution. Next we have question number 2 for this given figure, where AB is given parallel to CD and BOAO, this angle is given as 45, DCO, this angle is given as 50. We have to find AOC and reflex angle AOC. Reflex means, as I discussed, they are always greater than 180 and less than 360. That means this is the reflex angle to be found. So first of all, we'll start from the second one, that is, as we discussed earlier, how to find out these unknown angles. Now for this unknown angle, we have nothing given. We have no alternate angles forming, no corresponding angles forming. How should we do this? For this, we are going to do a little bit of construction. That is, we are going to construct a line on our own, which is going to be parallel to AB and CD. I am going to name this line as some line L. Now I have constructed a line L parallel to AB and parallel to CD, both. Because this line is parallel to AB, the two lines are parallel, we can consider AO as the transversal. If AO is my transversal, I can say that angle BAO is going to be equal to the angle formed between AO and this line. Let's name it some P and Q. So that means these angles are going to be equal to each other. Reason being, they are forming alternate interior angles. So that means I'll get this as 45. Similarly, if you forget the top part, look at the lower portion, you have the two parallel lines and CO as the transversal. The angle, this particular angle is going to be equal to this angle, that will give you 50. Now you will have this and this both. If you add them up together, you're going to get the total angle AOC to be found. So we'll do that now. For the first step, we'll write over here, we have constructed a line L parallel to AB and CD both, due to which we have got, you can name it as L or you can write it as PQ, right? So we'll write over here PQ parallel to AB parallel to CD. Now we have the three parallel lines. We can come to the first point, that would be angle BAO would be equal to angle AOP. Reason being, they are forming alternate interior angles, and as per the property we have done, alternate interior angles are equal to each other, due to which we get PAO equal to angle 45 degrees. You write it as AOP or PAO. You can check over here POA or A. Now here please pay attention. You write it as AOP or you could have written it as POA. But PAO is no angle, because PAO would have been this angle and we do not have any such angle. So please pay attention when you are making any such statements regarding the angles while you are naming them, because that is where you can lose marks. So I have made that mistake to make you understand that do not think that writing it in the other way is not going to make any difference. Yes, you can write it as PAO, POA, that would be fine, because O should be lying in the middle, right? Whenever you are naming any angle, say for example this only, you can name it as AOP or POA, but no other name can be given to this. So here we have the angle AOP found as 45 degrees. That is the first step done. Now thinking about the next step, we have angle OCD equal to angle COP, also for the same reason, alternate interior angles. And now we can write to the conclusion that angle COP is also going to be of the same measurement as OCD, which was 50 degrees. So we have the two measurements. And now the third step, this was the first step done, this was the second, the third, and now the fourth step and final step would give us angle AOC equal to angle AOP plus angle COP. We know that angle AOC is the total of this plus this, so we have written them as the sum. Now AOP was 45 as we have found and COP is 50, so we get this as 95 degrees. We have got the angle AOC as 95 degrees. What about the next angle? The reflex angle AOC. Reflex means the remaining part of the AOC. So for that we will write down reflex angle AOC would be equal to, as we discussed, it would be equal to 360 degrees minus 95 degrees. Now when you subtract, why are you subtracting this angle from 360? Because in total it would have formed a 360. Out of 360 you are subtracting this part, so you will get the remaining part. Now when you subtract them, you are going to get 360 and 95 on subtraction. Here we get 5, 15, and 15 minus 9 is 6 and 2. So we get reflex angle AOC as 265 degrees. So that is the required solution.